Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay there. Had some internet issues at home, so we're now at a different location. Hope you guys are enjoying your morning. Thank you for watching. Gonna wait for a few more guys here to chime in. Currently, today we're going to be doing a webinar about our AX-DSP-X and our AX-DSP Lite. Small unboxing here. I'll be doing an unboxing of both the AX-DSP-X and the DSP Lite, as well as our harnesses, our plug-and-play harnesses. Okay, talk about the products, what they're used for, what exactly the applications could be, and go over some technical aspects as well. So we'll wait for some of the comments to start flowing in. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see ya. All right. Starting to see some good stuff flowing in here. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. We will be able to do some more of these live streams for you guys, inform you about our products, and if you subscribe and hit that bell notification button below, you'll get notified on our next live stream. So please go ahead and do that now while we're waiting for some more people to chime in. Good morning there, RC Noobster. Thanks for chiming in this morning. Gonna go ahead and stick my glasses on as well. No more squinting. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chiming in today. Again, sorry about the delays this morning. Had some internet issues at home. Of course, yesterday it was perfect and today it's not. So we're going to go ahead and do this from another location. I am here now and everything should be okay. If you're watching, please go ahead and put a comment down there so I can know that you're watching, and we can get started here very shortly. We're going to be doing a webinar on our AX-DSP-X along with our AX-DSP Lite. We have both products here in hand, and we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of both of these products. Good morning, Morgan. Thanks for chiming in. Also have an array of our AX-DSP-X and Lite plug-and-play harnesses here as well. We'll talk about some of the applications, answer some questions for you guys. All right, starting to get some good chime in here. Got about 17 people so far currently watching, 19. Good morning. How are you guys all doing this morning? Wait a couple more minutes here and we'll go ahead and start on the webinar. The video link from your posts aren't working. Good morning, Patrick. Can you guys see me here? I'm making sure we're just going to get everybody on the same page. Everybody can see me here. You have to go to Metra YouTube page and grab the live stream. Okay. Well, hopefully we get everyone on board here. If you guys aren't from Canada, got some Tim Hortons here. Famous Tim Hortons. The Canadian juice. So, my name is Gatlin. I am the Canadian sales rep for Metra Electronics. And today we're in London, Ontario, Canada. And we're going to be doing a unboxing and webinar on our AX-DSP-X and Lite. We'll go ahead and get started here very, very shortly. Good morning, Joseph. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta see, Jonathan. I gotta see, otherwise you'll be seeing me doing this, squinting a bunch. And that wouldn't be very good. Stephanie, thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Just gonna wait a couple more minutes here, get some more people online, get some more guys chimed in, and that way we can get started. Again, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification button on our YouTube channel, so in the future you can get notified on any of the live streams that we're planning on doing and videos as well. This is just one of many webinars that we're going to be doing for Metra Electronics and our Axxess brand, going over some of our parts and pieces. That way you guys can have a better understanding of what it is that these items do. And we'll go over any questions that you guys have as well. Just keep in mind, I can only answer one at a time, so oh, Stephen Moore. Sorry, thought it was Stephanie. Good morning, Marco. Toronto, Canada. Nice to see ya. All right, guys, we're gonna get started here in just a couple of minutes. That's awesome to hear, Joseph. It's a great piece to have. Definitely a problem solver and an efficiency in the bay piece. We've done all the hard work for you guys. You got to plug this thing in, go on our DSP app on your phone, which we'll go over as well in a couple of minutes here. And select your year, make, and model. And 10 levels in, 10 levels out, channels in, 10 channels out. We'll do that. How's that, Jonathan? MGI, Marius Gayron, thanks for chiming in. And we'll go ahead and get started here in just a couple of minutes. At about 11:10, we'll go ahead and get started here, guys. Bonsai Rides Imports, is this JDM friendly? It could be if you hardwired it into an older JDM vehicle, something that was analog, not digital, no CAN bus involved. Generally, that would be a good piece to use, our AX-DSP-X. Good morning, Gina Schaub. Thanks for watching. You're from Florida. All right, guys, so it looks like we're at our time mark here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unbox our AX-DSP-X. This is a digital signal processor that also works with our plug-and-play harnesses. And I'll go ahead and do a quick unboxing here. So I've already unpackaged it. First thing that you'll find when you take this out of the box is it's very nicely packaged. All the harnesses are behind the packaging here. First is the module here, very small. Fits behind every single dash that's out there. AX-DSP-X is on the back. The first thing you guys are going to want to do when you pull this out of the box, and if you guys can comment down below, what is the first thing that you think you should do to this module as soon as you pull it out of the box? Go ahead and comment down below. I'll be looking for that. Secondary to that is you have the main harness, which has all the outputs. All of the 10 channels of outputs here, front, rear, sub, centers. All RCA analog outputs. Along with that, you're going to see a couple of wires that are here. You have your remote turn-on wire, our blue and white wire. And after that, that's pretty much about it. That's on this harness here. So you have your 10 channels of output here. And it also comes with a bass control knob, or a volume knob, which is wired here. Nice little knob here. Comes with a mounting bracket that you can mount anywhere in the dash. Some of you handy guys will be able to take this thing out of the out of its housing and flush mount that. The knob just comes off like that, and there's a little set screw right here, or a nut that comes off of the volume control knob. This is a potentiometer here, and you can disassemble this if you guys are really handy and flush mount that. Otherwise, if you don't want to flush mount it, it does come with the brackets as well as screws. Seeing in the comments there, that's right. First thing you should do to the module is update it. That's the very first thing that you should do. So you want to link that module to our Axxess updater. If you don't have that, you guys can go ahead and download that from our Axxess Integrate website. Grab a USB to, I believe, HDMI or USB-C, which is right here on the side of the module. And you're going to want to update this thing. That's the very first thing you're going to want to do to this module before you install it into the vehicles. You're going to want to update it. And there's many reasons for that. We continually have new updates available, new platforms that we use constantly. So it's very imperative that you guys update these modules as you take them out of the box. The first thing you want to do. Don't even put it on the bench. Don't put it in your car. Don't plug it into a car. Don't do any of that. You want to plug it in and update it. That's right, guys. Yeah, and don't drop it. Yeah, don't drop it. You guys saw that. Anyhow. Secondary to that, there is a hardwire harness, okay? So there's two harnesses that are inside of the box here. I'm just going to adjust my seat because it's getting a little funky. There we go. All right. So this is a hardwire harness here. You have your power, your ground, switch power, and all of your analog inputs. The AX-DSP does internal switching, so it'll do 6 channels in, 10 channels out. And you can see those here on our RCA cables. If you want to hardwire these, you'll just lop these off. And they're wired basically just like a standard harness would be. So if you guys are familiar with car audio, your green and black, white and black are here, gray and black, and our purple black, front, rear, left and right. The AX-DSP is used in applications with vehicles that you don't want to replace the factory radio. A lot of these newer cars have functions and features on them such as Bluetooth, backup camera, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 360 view, steering wheel controls. All these features and functions are things that you're going to want to keep, and this is why our AX-DSP is a great piece. Mixed with our AX-DSP, you're going to find an array of different plug-and-play application harnesses. Just going to stop here and go ahead and look at the comments here quickly. That's right, everyone, you're absolutely right about that. We're going to update it and we're not going to drop it. We're not going to drop it. Right. All right, guys. So, in this box, this particular harness is a Toyota 2001 and up harness. This is a AX-DSP TY2. Different applications can be found on our website at metraonline.com or our Axxess Integrate website. And you'll find here that one side of this is going to plug into the car side, so the harnessing coming in from the car. And then the other side of this is going to plug into the back of the radio. And this harness here is going to plug into our AX-DSP module. And I'll go ahead and show you that there. So this plugs into the side of our module right here. So this is a complete plug-and-play solution. So once you have the vehicle selected on our AX-DSP app, which I'll show you here just momentarily, it's literally just that easy, guys. You plug it into the back of the radio, and you plug in the other side, which is going to be your outputs, which is right here, into the other slot. Just need to adjust my computer here. It's asking me to restart it, and I'm not going to do that. We're going to pick a time later. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Alright, there we go. So once you have the plug-and-play harness plugged in, again, pretty simple. You're going to plug this into the back of the radio on this side here. You're going to plug this into the car side. You're going to be left with a couple of wires over here on the right-hand side. Depending on the application, you may or may not use some of these. So you're just going to want to tape those up and make them really nice here on the harness. So it's a nice plug-and-play situation. Not too much bundling going on in the back of the radio. And then on the output side, you have all of your outputs here. Just going to stop and read the comments again. That is used to update. That is correct. Thanks for the answer there, Aaron. That's right. The hub on the side of the module is used for updating. That's correct. All right. So the purpose again of our AX-DSP-X and Lite again is to have a plug-and-play solution for most applications out there. Again, you don't want to be replacing that factory radio, and you want to be able to keep all those factory functions and features. All right, guys. Secondary to the AX-DSP-X and Lite, we're going to get started on our app. So you'll go on your phone and you'll go into your app downloads. And you're going to want to find our AX-DSP-X app and or the AX-DSP Lite app. If using the AX-CH5 for 17 or newer Challenger, you will have to buy the audio control. I mean, it's not amplified and LG amplified 3 hours on the phone until I figured that out. Okay, we'll answer that question in just a couple more minutes here, guys. How many of you are familiar with the AX-DSP-X and the AX-DSP Lite? Go ahead and leave a comment down there below. Alright, we'll go ahead and quickly unbox the AX-DSP Lite. Now the Lite version is applicable when you only need 6 channels out. We've basically simplified the AX-DSP-X and put it into a lighter package. A lot of you guys may not be taking advantage of full 10 channels output, so we've done just that. We've simplified it by creating the AX-DSP Lite. Good morning, William. Thanks for chiming in. For crying out loud. Here we go. Here's the AX-DSP Lite, guys. Again, that hub on the side here, the first thing you're going to want to do is update it as soon as you get it out of the box, and don't drop it. Again, in the package is included is a bass knob. and then our 6 channels of output plugged into the side of the module here. 6 channels of input. The AX-DSP-X does channel summing, so you'll have 6 channels in. You guys will have to figure out if you're hardwiring it, which channels have full line output. So we have an array of different plug-and-play harnesses from Chrysler, Ford, GM, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Mazda, Nissan. The idea of the AX-DSP-X and the DSP Lite, again, is for a efficiency in the bay piece, guys, okay? So these pieces here are going to help you guys become efficient or more efficient in the bay when you're doing an integration on a newer vehicle. We do have an astronomical amount of applications available for the AX-DSP-X and the Lite. You're just going to plug it into the back of the radio, and you're going to plug it into the car side, and it really simply is just quite that easy. We've done all the hard work for you, give you a nice flat line signal output so you can plug that into an amplifier. Oh, having some technical difficulties here maybe. There we go. I have the Bang & Olufsen system in my 20 Explorer. Need a Zen A2B audio interface for an aftermarket system with the AX-DSP-X integrate with that setup. Great question, RC Noobster, and yes, we do have a harness that is available for that vehicle. Let me just pull that up here for you really quickly. Give you all the right part numbers. Again, you guys can check our application list on our website, axxessintegrate.com. Oh, it looks like Jonathan Brother has already answered that question. I'm seeing the comments, they're kind of staggered here. So that's right, the AX-DSP A2B1 or the A2B2. In that application, I believe you will be removing the factory amplifier, and our AX-DSP-X will go in line with that. Good morning, Kurt. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it very much. Our AX-DSP-X will work with the most 50 digitally amplified systems. Again, here's our AX-DSP-X with the plug-and-play Toyota harness on it currently. There we go. Have our 10 channels of output here with our remote wire, our blue and white, and then the Toyota plug-and-play harness here. Again, like I said, there are many different applications for our AX-DSP plug-and-play harnesses. This one here happens to be a Honda 2007 and up, and that's our HON2. GM here, this is a GM LAN 01 harness. Hi, was the DSP-X used in the Chevy SS at Long Beach Knowledge Fest? I wasn't at that Knowledge Fest. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm sure Jonathan Brothers could probably answer that for you guys in the comments. We have a viewer here from Colombia. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it very much. He asks, I would like to know if the DSP works for assembled cars in Mexico and Brazil. That would depend on what year, make, and model they are. If you've got an application guide, then please feel free to go on our application guide and check those vehicle make, year, and models to see if they will work. Some of the newer stuff, guys, that's coming out. I got a question here. Do you have an interface that'll work with the Toyota Tundra 2020? It is confirmed, I believe, to work on the 18 and 19s. But again, as technology changes and CAN bus coding changes, again, this all is variant across the world. So, you know, the US, places like Florida, will get different functions and features on vehicles that, say, the same year, make, and model of vehicle in Canada won't get, or vice versa. You know, in Canada we get functions like rear heated seats and windshield wiper heated grids and things like that. That changes CAN bus coding, so we have to do confirmation. So if you know, you don't see your vehicle on the application guide, make sure you follow that application guide, because that application guide has the vehicles that we have in fact tested ourselves. So if the harness plugs in and you know, you're finding that it may not work with a newer vehicle, give our tech support a call. Sometimes they can you know, change things and give you an update that might be applicable for you, and then we can get that application on our list, which is super great, because then guys going forward can look at that application guide and see that that newer vehicle is on there. Yes, Aaron, you're supposed to call tech support. If you guys have any issues or concerns with their products, please give our tech support a call. We also have a Facebook page as well, which is our Metra Tech Support Facebook group. If you guys aren't on that, please join that group. You'll find you'll get some quicker answers there. You can also do a search engine on that Facebook group as well, and that will allow you guys to potentially get an answer to a question that someone else has already asked. So if you log on to Facebook and join our Metra Tech Support group on there, you'll find that you might have the answers to the questions that you're asking there. So the Metra AX-DSP-X, again guys, plug and play solution. It's an efficiency in the bay piece. I'll show you something that's kind of neat here on our plug and play harnesses that'll make the install a lot easier for you. On the side of our AX-DSP harnesses, you'll find a 8-pin connector here, and that's for your audio inputs or outputs. And what you can do here is you can disconnect the one side of this. So this is the vehicle side over here, and you'll see that it has the 8-pin connector here. You can actually lop this off and use some 9-conductor cable, which will allow you to retain the factory wiring in the doors, so you're not having to run new wires to each door. And it's not to say that in some applications running new wires to the doors isn't a good idea. In some cases it is, and you guys can use your installer base knowledge to do that or not. But because we include this plug-and-play 8-pin connector here, that allows you guys to go ahead and use some 9-conductor cable. We sell that at our install bay catalog. It includes our remote wire as well, so you guys can run the remote wire to the amplifier. And yeah, it makes it for a pretty cool, slick install. In the case where you're using our AX-DSP-X or Lite in a vehicle where you're not installing a 4-channel amplifier, you would just leave that connected so you can still allow audio to pass through the factory radio to the speakers. And then you could use the subwoofer output on the AX-DSP-X or Lite output side, and you can use the subwoofer output right here, the white and red. You guys can see that there. I'm getting a little bit of fogginess in my camera. There's some light. It's pretty sunny outside here today. Thanks, Aaron. Another question: to install it on a Chinese radio, does it work? I think the real answer to that is that I don't believe that Metra really caters to the China radios. Generally, any of our dash kits or harnesses and things like that are catered to, you know, more brand name radios. So that would be, you know, JVC, Kenwood, Pioneer, so on. Something that you brand recognition. It should work if you're planning on using it on a radio that has 4 channels output. If you're planning on doing a hardwired version, just go into the AX-DSP app and set it to universal. Let's go ahead and unbox this base control knob mount. It's a black painted metal housing, and again it includes the two little screws here to mount that onto your dashboard. And the base control knob goes into that right here, nice and slick. Some of you guys will be able to take this apart and flush mount it. Just a suggestion from a guy who likes to do installs nice and clean. There's a little nut retainer here. You can take this apart, and there's a little circuit board in behind here, and you can drill a little 5/16 hole there and flush mount that as well. It would be cool if we could buy a connector so that the 9-wire could be connected to the radio on non-amplified applications. It would be cool if we could buy the connector so that the wire could be connected at the radio on non-amplified applications. I'm not really sure what that means exactly. It would be cool. Maybe someone else in the comment section there can answer that question. I'm not really grasping that one. It would be cool if we could buy the connector so that the 9-wire could be connected at the radio on non-amplified applications. Are you talking about a T-harness of some sort? That comment was from Michael Gravenster. Jay, thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you here. Jay Tremblay is our tech support manager. Does a phenomenal job up there in that room. I've had the pleasure of being in that room with you guys, and you guys do a phenomenal job on that. Phenomenal job. Charlie, the AX-DSP-TY3 harness is designed for the new style connectors that Toyota is using. That's perfect. That's a great answer, guys. There was another gentleman here who was asking about the 2020 Toyota Tundra, and I guess that's your answer there as well. The AX-DSP-TY3, that would be the harness that should work with the new Toyota harnessing. Great question, RC Noobster. That's a fantastic question. In comparison to the other DSPs on the market, you have to look at the AX-DSP as a plug-and-play solution. It's an efficiency in the bay piece, guys. So the idea here is we plug it into the back of the radio. We give you 6 to 10 channels output, whether you're using the AX-DSP-X or the Lite. And that's it. You plug it in, you download the app, it gives you a flatline signal output, either 10 or 6 channels out, and full tunability, guys. If you guys aren't familiar with the AX-DSP-X or Lite app, please visit the App Store and download that now. And there's a demo mode that you guys can go through on the app and play around with it and change all of your frequency band levels, and it's got a full band EQ, tons of tunability on that app, guys. Something to play around with. Again, go on our application guide to make sure that the vehicle that you have in question is in fact going to be a vehicle that we've confirmed. And if it's not, if you can get it to plug in, we're always looking to update our application guide all the time. We would love to hear from you guys on that as well. So in regards to, in comparison to other brands there on the market, again, guys, this is an efficiency in the bay piece. You plug this into the back of the radio and you have 6 channels of live output. You're able to retain all your factory features, functions, backup cameras, steering wheel controls, all of that. There's no hard wiring involved when you use the AX-DSP plug-and-play harnesses. Brandon Guidis, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. House of Dubs, Laurel MD checking in. Hey Ricky, thanks for checking in. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Jay. That's right. Charlie is one of the techs in the room as well, so he's helping out Aaron, answering some questions that are coming up here on the wall. If you guys have some questions that I haven't answered, just make sure that you check that out. Our tech support, guys, is bar none the best out there. We've got some complaints in the past in regards to wait times and things like that. Be patient with us, guys. If you can't get a hold of us on the tech support line, please download the Facebook app as well and get onto our tech support group on Facebook. Check that search engine out. Oftentimes you will find that the question you have at hand has already been answered once or twice, and you'll be able to get some clear and concise, educated answers on your questions. We'll go ahead here, guys, and unbox another harness here, the AX-DSP HOM-N2. This is for Honda 2007 and up. Had a question yesterday, actually. Someone asked me if we make T harnesses that allow you to install a line output converter. Not necessarily so, but if you buy our AX-DSP harnesses, it is in theory a T harness. So if you're not looking to hack into any of your factory wiring on the vehicle side, you can use this AX-DSP harness and use the 8-pin connector here to install your line output converter on. And just a simple solution. If you're not planning or wanting to hack into any of the factory wiring, you can do a lot of the work on the bench. So when you do remove that factory radio and you're looking to install just a subwoofer output, or use one of our line output converters on a 4-channel system, you can simply just take the output off of these 8-pin connectors here and install your line output converter. Nicely done shells here. Our harnessing is all built in-house in Florida. As you can see here, it's actually wrapped in some beautiful Tessa tape as well. Makes the install really slick, guys, when you're installing some of this stuff into a vehicle. It makes things really, really nice. Nice, straight, clean wiring in the back of the radio housing. We've done our due diligence, guys, when it comes to the design process on these modules. Again, when you take it out of the box, you're going to want to update this thing immediately. And when you're plugging it into the back of the radio, I'll just go ahead and do another plugging of the harnessing into our AX-DSP-X here. So our input harness is here. This is our Honda HON2. And then our outputs are right here, guys. So again, 10 channels of output. Does summing internally. And you have your remote output here, your blue and white, to turn your aftermarket amplifier on and off. I see, Michael. I see what you were saying. You were saying that you'd want to see like a 9-conductor wire with that 8-pin connector already attached to it. That would be handy. That could be something that we could look into eventually. But again, everything's all color-coded on that 8-pin connector here, as you guys can see. So if you have that 9-wire, I think it's MCOL2 or MCO8 wire that we can get from the install bay. It's that circular brown wire or circular blue wire. It looks like a 4-gauge wire. You'll take that apart, and it's got all color-coordinated wire colors there, guys. Very similar to wiring up a standard radio harness. That would be handy to have, so you can just literally plug it in and there's no bench work involved. I get what you're saying, Michael. But again, you can just lop the one side of this off and wire in that 9-conductor wire. Did Metra stop selling just the T harness? Don't believe so. Those are still available. But again, if you guys are looking to install a line output converter, you can just buy the AX-DSP-X harnesses. And yeah, that is going to be a thing. What is going to be a thing? That we're going to stop selling the T harnesses? As far as I know, we're still selling them. Alright guys, so inside of the box here, it does come with a little sheet. It does say, you know, to make sure that you log on to the Axxess Integrate website for more information on the AX-DSP-X and all the harnessing that's involved. But it does tell you what each wire color does. Gives you some layman terms here in regards to all of that information. Yes, that's right. There are new part numbers coming, guys, for the AX series. So a lot of the harnessing will be bundled with, like the T harnesses will be bundled with an AX-DSP-X or a DSP Lite. That's correct. Beautiful packaging here as well. If you guys are in a retail setting, comes with the slat wall hook here very nicely. You guys check that out. Available for iOS or Android, the app. If you guys haven't done that yet, please go to the App Store and download the AX-DSP app onto your phone. There is a demo mode that you guys can check out on there. That way you guys can get a better idea of how it works and the functions and features. And if you look on the vehicle application list on that demo, it'll actually tell you whether or not the vehicle in question is available or working currently. That's right, the DSP will be sold with the vehicle appropriate harness, so there will be a little bit of confusion when having to order the interface and the wiring separately. they will not. A little bit of conflicting information here. Make sure you're using the AX-DSP-XL app if you're using the AX-DSP Lite or DSP-X. That's right, guys. Make sure that you're using the XL app. For iOS, make sure you look for the DSP-XL app. And I'll just go on my phone here, and we'll do that with you guys together. So I'll just go ahead and delete the app here off of my phone, and then go into the AX or the application store here. So I'm on iOS here, and we're going to go into the search engine, and we're going to go ahead and type in the AX, and we're going to put that dash in there, DSP, and at the bottom here there's the AX-DSP-X or the AX-DSP-XL. This app works for both the X and the Lite. And we're going to go ahead and download that here. Oh, it's going to make me do a facial recognition here, guys. Boom. It's downloading. Wait for that to download, guys. What have you guys been doing to keep yourselves busy during all these interesting times here? I'm sure it'll be over sooner than we think. We appreciate you guys watching and tuning in here. It's kind of fun for me to be able to talk to some of you guys that are all over the world. I am on Eastern Standard Time, and we can do another one of these for the West Coast guys. So keep that in mind. I don't mind doing another one for you guys as well on the West Coast. Audio Garage asked a great question. What happened to the original AX-DSP, and why is it now the AX-DSP-X? Well, as technology upgrades, so do we. So as things progress, we actually do updates and firmware updates and hardware updates as well, because there's new vehicle applications coming out all the time. If you still have a DSP, just a standard one from a couple of years ago, they still function just as well. But they may not be functioning with some of the newer vehicles that are coming out on the market. So keep that in mind. Alright, so the AX-DSP-XL app has downloaded. First thing it's going to do here is it's going to ask you if you'd like to use Bluetooth, and you're going to say OK, because that's how it actually connects to the AX-DSP-X or Lite behind the radio when it's powered up. And in the Bluetooth connection here, it'll scan and look for the serial number of the module that you have behind the radio. Make sure that it's powered up, because otherwise the app's not going to be able to find it. And if you're curious about how to do any of the setup instructions, it's the first tag here on the very first of the app. You click on the setup instructions, and then you can view the instructions here on the website. Gives you a very, very good breakdown here, guys. Gives you the wiring diagrams here for amplifiers or using a aftermarket radio. Shows you how to make all the connections. Very clear and concise app. It really couldn't be any easier, guys. This AX-DSP-X is just an efficiency in the bay piece. It's going to allow you guys to become more efficient, make more money. You're not hacking, splicing, doing any of that on the factory radio, losing the old style line output converters. We've done all the hard work for you guys in regards to signal summing and all of the signal outputs up in the factory radio. You just type in your year, make, and model into the app here. And again, we've done all the hard work for you. Go back to the AX-DSP-L app. Configuration here, guys. Anytime you make a change on the app in regards to tunability, down here you can select the vehicle type. And once you're done doing all of your changes and your settings in the app, make sure you lock that sucker down. The module will go silent for a minute if you have any audio outputs going, and then it'll reboot itself, and that makes sure that any of the settings that you guys have changed in the app have actually locked themselves down. The general idea with the app here is to kind of set it and more or less forget it. You can do digital time alignment, full band EQ, frequency band changing, All of that is done through the app. So what you're doing is you're basically changing or turning that factory radio into an aftermarket radio, more or less is what you're doing. You're allowing to keep all those factory functions and features like your Bluetooth and your USB ports and your steering wheel controls and your cameras and all that. And you're turning that factory radio into an aftermarket radio with all of the outputs from that radio. Again, just a super slick, clean install. If you're leasing a vehicle or financing a vehicle, or you find that your customer is doing either or, and they want to have a system that's literally plug and play. At the end of the day, especially if you use the 9-conductor cable on the output side or the input side of the harness here, using that 8-pin connector. Once you maybe you sold the vehicle and you want to go ahead and pull your system out, it's literally just a matter of unplugging this harness from the back of the radio, all your RCA connections, pulling all that wiring out, and you can move this into the next vehicle just by simply buying a different AX-DSP-X harness or DSP Lite harness. Keep having to go back and forth again. If you guys aren't familiar with the X and the Lite, the X has 10 channels out and the Lite has 6 channels of output. The Lite also has the ability to do, and I'm just going to take a look here, I'm going to unbolt it, but it has the an add-on, guys. The add-on allows you to do fiber optic. I'm just going to pull that up here so you guys can see it. The DSP was sunset in favor of the DSP-X. Building enclosures and building my new motor for my nitrous car. That's awesome, Joseph. Keeping you guys selves busy during the times like this. If you guys are a shop owner, take your time, clean your shop, make sure everything's nice and organized and clean, because this will be over sooner than you guys think. If I use an aftermarket radio, do I still need to select the vehicle type? No. If you're using an aftermarket radio, you're going to set it into universal mode and not worry about the vehicle type. Bonsai Rides, Imports. Can it expand FM band? No, it cannot. It cannot do that. That's right, Aaron says it the best. It's general mode. I say universal mode, but it's general mode. Thank you, Aaron. In the equalizer settings on the app as well, guys, you have the ability to adjust front, rear, and sub as separate identities as well. The Audio Garage. Appreciate you answering my question. Thank you. Anytime, guys. If you guys have a question, again, if you guys want a quicker or faster answer than sometimes calling, calling isn't a bad idea, but sometimes if you have the ability to go online on our Facebook page, our tech support page, again, you can type in that search engine and likely get an answer to the questions that you guys are asking. Someone else has probably already answered or asked that question, and our internal staff, as our tech support team, Jay or Aaron or Charlie, any of those fantastic guys out in that room there, will have already answered that question for you guys. Excellent, Jonathan. Excellent, excellent. So the Metra AX-DSP-BT Bluetooth streaming, that's great for motorcycle applications. That's right, Jonathan. So you can use our AX-DSP on older motorcycles that do not have Bluetooth streaming, and it'll allow you guys to stream your audio from your phone into the AX-DSP-X and onto an amplifier. Great solution for motorcycles that don't have either a radio or don't have the ability to Bluetooth stream. Excellent, excellent piece there. I'm going to pull that up as well. So keep in mind, guys, for the Harley-Davidsons here, I'm just going to pull this up here, see if you guys can see that. We offer the AX-DSP-X in a waterproof variant right here in this package here. Great for motorcycles. You guys can take a look at that there. There we go. And again, the plug-and-play harnessing here, which is right there for most vehicle motorcycle applications. Works very, very well. Thanks, Jonathan, for bringing that up. So you'll be able to stream your Bluetooth audio directly into the AX-DSP-X on these. And if you have a motorcycle that doesn't have a radio and you're looking to do full amplification through Bluetooth, you can use the AX-DSP-HD, what is it? It's the AX-HD1WR, which is the harness with the DSP package and water-resistant case. It's water resistant. That's right, guys. It's water resistant. The circuit board is coated in epoxy and allows you to actually has a plug-in. Sorry, it has a case that has rubber gaskets around it. It is water resistant. We're not going to be spraying any pressure washers or anything like that onto the AX-DSP. Thanks for bringing that up, Jay. That's a very important aspect to make sure that we keep in line here. In case any of you guys are using your Harley-Davidsons as submarines, I would not suggest submerging the AX-DSP waterproof in any water. It is water resistant. Thanks for bringing that up, Jay. There was a question earlier in regards to the Chevrolet Silverado or the GMC Sierra applications with Bose or non-Bose. Currently, there is not anything available for 19 plus currently. We're going to be working on that. That's a big one, guys. Leave some comments down below. How many times have you guys ran into this? Currently, no one on the market has a plug-and-play DSP for a Silverado or Sierra, so it would be great if we could get one of those. That's for sure. I know that our R&D guys are working very hard on that. I happen to own a 2019 Silverado. I hardwired our AX-DSP-X into the Silverado, and I got great results for sound quality. It sounds fantastic. A few hiccups with CAN bus though. Upon startup, you get some popping and clicking and stuff like that. But if you guys want to use it in general mode, it's just on the Silverados. It's full line, full level outputs, 4 channels output. So. So the AX-DSP-X, which is the A2B1, it's used with vehicles with the Sony amplifier. It includes the A2B data interface and the amplifier bypass harness, guys. I'll show that here on the screen very quickly. So if you guys want to take a look at that, it's the AX-DSP-X A2B1. And this goes in place of the factory amplifier in 2017 in up-forward applications. There was a question earlier about that. On the side here, guys, again, the first thing you're going to want to do on the side, once you pull this module out of the box, whether it be the AX-DSP-X or the Lite, is you're going to want to take a micro B USB cable and update this guy on our Metra Axxess Integrate website. Download the Axxess Metra app updater and update this thing. It's the first thing you guys are going to want to do. repackaging up the harnessing here, guys. The dinging you're hearing in the background is this little metal bracket for the bass control knob. Super slick. This whole thing is really well thought out, guys. I hope you guys have an opportunity to use one in a vehicle application that you guys are working on. And feel free to add me to Facebook if you like. My name is Gatlin Sandhu on Facebook. If you guys have any questions or if you're looking to do any product inquiries, you can reach out to metraonline.com and go to the Contact Us section. If you look in the Contact Us section, there's actually a map on there, and it'll tell you which rep will be for your area. This is that the Ford Sony system only, or will be anything for the new Bang & Olufsen play system? Bang & Olufsen play system. We do have the harnesses available for that. That's going to be the A2B1 and the A2B2. So actually the A2B2 is for the Bang & Olufsen amplifiers. Again, it's a replacement piece, so it will replace the factory amplifier, and the AX-DSP will plug in line with that factory amplifier. So you'll remove the factory amplifier out of place and install the AX-DSP-X with the A2B2 harness. This is inputs. Just reboxing up some of these packages here, guys. Input. Both the AX-DSP-X and the Lite come in some really nice retail packaging, and once I get the AX-DSP Lite back in its box here, I'll show you the box. It's very nice. Has the slat wall connector here on the top, so you guys can put that on your slat wall in your showroom. That is the AX-DSP Lite. Very cool. Very nice. Some more questions, guys. Feel free to ask there in the comments below. Be happy to answer any of those. Again, we work in the most 1 systems, the most 50 systems, the most 25 systems, applications for Hyundai, Kia, digital OEM system with summing device and separate DSPs. Again, guys, the AX-DSP-X is designed to be a problem solver. You plug it into the back of the radio, you get 6 channels of output, 10 channels of output on the AX-DSP-X, and it's really just that simple, guys, using the T harnesses that are available with our application guides. This one here happens to be the Honda HO2, HON2, sorry, I apologize. And we've made it pretty easy here, guys. The guys who are doing 4-channel amplifier systems, it has a nice little 8-pin connector here. You can hook up that 9-conductor wire to it here. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as that bell notification bell button below as well. You'll get notified anytime we do these live webinars or live Q&A questions in regards to the AX-DSP or the AX-DSP Lite or other items that we carry as well. Working with a small desk here, guys, so I'm just trying to make sure I get all these harnesses back in the boxes here. It's a very good question. Jared Hingeman asks, will the DSP Lite allow you to flatten the set EQ curve on Harley-Davidson bikes with boom audio? That's right, guys. Maybe one of our tech support guys that are currently in the comment section here can answer that question for you, Jared. Jay wanted me to make sure that we mentioned that in non-amplified Chrysler vehicles, you use that 8-pin connector to connect the resistor pad harness that comes with the CH5T harness, guys. On some applications on Chrysler, when you disconnect audio outputs from the factory radio, it doesn't see enough resistance in line to actually keep audio output. I think that's a built-in safety feature on Chrysler radios. What that does is basically protect your speakers if you have a short or a blown speaker. It just cuts off the audio output. So you have to use inline the resistor pads, and those are included with the CH5T harness. The AX-DSP-CH5T harness does include those resistor pads, so you guys can maintain your audio output from your Chrysler radios. Thanks, Jay, for that. Aaron answered the question there. Thank you, Aaron. On Harley-Davidson motorcycles, it does not flatten the EQ curve. It needs to be flattened by the dealer. We got a Splitty John one here, says, say about again, Gatlin. Greetings from the UK. Thanks for tuning in. Got some viewers from all over the place. Jonathan Brothers does the dab. Any questions about the AX-DSP app, guys? My hair is so long. Have you guys been getting any underground haircuts? This is the Honda harness here. Oh, looks like I put the Honda harness in the wrong box. We don't want that, guys. We want to make sure these are all nicely organized. Once you guys become familiar with the AX-DSP-X and the AX-DSP Lite, it'll just be your go-to piece in the bay. You know, as an installer myself, and doing it for quite a few years, using the AX-DSP-X and the Lite is my go-to. There are other solutions out there that are available for digital signal processing. I can't say that are bad or good, but in the DSP world, we are all about efficiency in the bay. You know, keeping yourself sufficient, making money is key. We're all in this to make a little bit of money at the end of the day when we're at our stores and we're installing, and our installers are pulling their hair out because they're trying to do some integration on a vehicle. The AX-DSP-X and the Lite really make that quite easy for you guys. You literally just plug it into the back of the radio, plug it into your amplifier in regards to your 6 or 10 channels output. It includes a remote wire output as well, so you can turn on your amplifier. And in the app, there is some adjustability for the turn on. It does signal sensing and or on off with the key. That is all done through CAN bus on most vehicles. Bust out the clippers and rum, yeah, no doubt, eh? I saw a couple of memes on Facebook about haircuts and what people are looking like during all of this. Again, guys, we're keeping positive over here at Metra. You know, our warehouses are still shipping. We're still here to help you. Anytime you guys need any help or assistance, please reach out to your sales rep, your retailer, your tech support team. If you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me as well. I can be reached at gatlins@metra-autosound.com. Again, if you guys are on Facebook, please download the or be a part of our Metra Tech Support Facebook page. Some questions that have been asked on there, we'll likely already have answers to them if you use the search bar on there. Had narrowed down my DSP choices between audio control and JL units, but now you have been considering the DSP-X. Well, you really should be considering the DSP-X and the Lite. You know, it's an efficiency in the bay piece. It really couldn't be any easier. Yeah, we don't have every single application out there, but we have a gigantic application list guide, and if you guys search through there for your vehicle, your make and model, you'll likely find it on there. And if it's not on there and you can find a harness that plugs into it, we're looking to update our application guide on a daily basis, guys. This is the easiest way to integrate into any vehicle with a factory radio. Again, this is just an efficiency in the bay piece, guys. Plug it into the back of the radio, 6 channels, 10 channels output directly into an amplifier. Like I mentioned, you can use that little 8-pin connector and use a 9-conductor cable for using the factory wiring in the doors. It really couldn't be any easier. The sound quality is phenomenal. The tunability is phenomenal. The app is really phenomenal. Any tech support you guys need, just get a hold of us. We'll be here for you, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. A lot of the dealers were unaware that you can group channels. That's correct, guys. So if you go into the app, and as we mentioned, it's got 10 channels in, 10 channels out, and what you're able to do is do summing of those channels. So if you are handy with an RTA and you're able to figure out which channels on a vehicle, let's say if it's a Mercedes-Benz and it's got a 3-way setup in the front doors, and you got a set of tweeters up here and a mid and then a woofer in the door, and none of those are using full range output, and you need to sum those together. You just go into the DSP app, guys, and it'll allow you to select which channels you'd like to sum together to get that full line output, and that will send it directly into the RCA outputs of either the X or the Lite. That's a great thing to mention, Jonathan. Thank you for that. Again, we really couldn't make it any easier for you guys to do integration. It's just quite simple. Lisa, nice to see you there. Nice to see you. Us Canadians are speaking very moistly today. I got a kick out of that one. Oh gosh, yeah. The DSP-X is super easy to use, and you'll love the app. Honestly, guys, once you have used the AX-DSP-X and the Lite, there really won't be any other go-tos. There are some other pieces out there. Again, I'm not going to bash anybody, but in regards to the ease of use for our AX-DSP-X or Lites, this is the absolute best way to go. I promise you that. Once you guys have a go at the AX-DSP-X or the Lite, you guys will really enjoy using it. Aaron here, as well as understand that the DSP can only tune the signal it is given. Bass roll-off or clipping is something you will have to tune around. That's right, guys. So in some vehicles, when you're turning up the volume on the volume knob, as you get up into the louder volume spectrums, the bass will start to roll off, and that is something that we all combat as installers when we're doing just subwoofer installations. So the cool thing about the AX-DSP-X is that it allows you to do signal output voltage gain changes as well. So instead of getting the volume knob all the way up there and looking to get things kind of screaming, use your RTA and do some tuning and get the clipping level of your factory radio. Oftentimes when you're in the higher volume spectrums, it's rolling off the bass because it's actually clipping. So what you can do is you can go into the app and you can change the gain output or for each channel on the app, and instead of rolling off the bass in the higher spectrums of the volume knob, you can be in the middle ground and be able to avoid any of that roll off. So keep that in mind. Thanks for mentioning that, Aaron. That's a really good thing to know. Yep, Lisa's been with us for quite some time. In regards to Metra, I'm quite new. I've only been with Metra for about a year or so now. And best place to work, guys. Amazing products, our AX-DSP-X and all of our AX lines. We're getting into the hour and 16-minute stage. I hope that I've touched on everything as best as I could during this live webinar. We did run into some small issues this morning at my house in regards to my web connection, so we lost out, and I really appreciate you guys' patience about that as well. Now I know where my interconnection is the best, so going forward, the next time we'll go ahead and make sure that we're here when we're doing the live feed. Thanks, RC Noobster. I really appreciate you tuning in. You asked some great questions. Going forward, if you have any more, please reach out to me, myself, or anybody at Metra. We'll be happy to help you. You're very welcome. We'll all stay very healthy. I think this whole thing is going to go away a lot sooner than we all think. And everyone will be back to opening their doors and installing in the bay, and I think that we're all really looking forward to that. So I think that if we all just keep positive, it'll be a good thing. Any more questions, guys? Make sure you ask about the AX-DSP-X or the Lite while we've got you here. We will probably do another one of these live webinars, Q&As, unboxings, whatever you guys want to call it. Kind of just unscripted. You know, it's something that, you know, we're kind of new to on the car audio side. So if you have any questions or concerns on the West Coast and you'd like to tune in for one of these that we didn't touch on any of the questions here, then we'll be happy to do another one of those for that as well. In the comments below, while we still have you here as well, if you guys have any other suggestions for our products that you'd like to do a live Q&A and webinar on, please leave those in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, please hit that bell notification button and the subscribe button as well. That way you'll get notified when we do these new live webinars as well. That's right, the AX-DSP has a lot of crossover frequency adjustments. It's phenomenal, guys. I hope you guys have an opportunity to work with it, and you won't be disappointed, I'll promise you that. The Lite is shipping now, so if you are looking for the Lite, go ahead and either ask your distributor or your retailer, and they should be able to get that for you. And if they can't, reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to help you. That's right, guys, the Metra Tech Support Group on Facebook. Any questions or concerns about other unrelated products to the webinar today, go on there, subscribe to Facebook, and join our tech support group on Facebook, and a lot of the questions will be answered for you there. And we'll just wait a couple more minutes here, see if there's any more questions that roll through. And then I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this live webinar and Q&A. Lots to talk about. There's always so much to go over. So I want to answer any of the questions that you guys may have in the comments section below. You're very welcome, Fabio. Anytime you guys need me, I'm here for you. And not just me, guys. We have a full in-house sales support team and tech support team. Jay, Aaron, Charlie, you guys are godsends. They have, a lot on their heads. So in regards to tech support, guys, if you guys want answers to your questions, please reach out to our tech support team either on Facebook or by giving them a call. They'll be very happy to help you guys out. Very knowledgeable guys out there. Be patient with them, and they'll get you the answers that you need. I promise you. Absolutely. I'll make sure that Fletch hears from you. And thank you guys for all of our amazing dealers for stopping in. Any of our retailers or teams that are out there, we really appreciate you guys tuning in and viewing this with us. This is a new thing for Metra Electronics, and we want to keep this going. Maybe do one a week. So if you guys have any suggestions in the comment section below, please leave those there so that we can address those new concerns or questions about products going forward. That's right, guys. So when you're joining the Facebook group, there's going to be some questions that you have to make sure you answer in order to gain entry to it. Generally, if you're trying to get onto that Facebook group, you're going to be an installer, a retailer, a distributor, trying to get some answers. So just make sure you answer those questions there. And it allows us to keep the group to mostly professionals and not crowded with the DIY people at home doing just one-time installs in their driveways. We're always going to help with you guys as well, the one-time installers. But our professionals and our main installers are our top priority. So if you guys can go on the Facebook group and make sure that you ask your questions there before you call, you'll likely get an answer on there a little bit quicker than you will through the tech support lines. You guys are all very welcome. Very, very welcome. I really appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. And again, I'm sorry about the delay this morning. If there's anything else I can answer in the next couple of minutes, I'd be happy to do so. I'll wait just a few more minutes before we end the live stream. You guys aren't familiar with Tim Hortons? It's Canadian juice here. Coffee. Eh? Appreciate the support, Joseph. That's awesome. You guys are all very welcome. Abedisco. You're very welcome. Alright guys, so it looks like we're done with the questions in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell notification button below on our YouTube channel. That way you guys get notified going forward of any new live webinars or videos about our products. Really appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe and happy installing, guys. We'll check you guys on the other side. We'll see you guys very soon. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. See you later.